Avinash, and in this video we are going to discuss about the one error we are getting when we try to access our cluster using our IAM user. So the error is like here you can see in the screen. So when I type kubectl get svc, it is like you must be logged into the server unauthorized. So I am facing this issue from the last 2 days, and I am unable to find the solution. So I'm making this video so you can get the solution after this. So watch till the end. So let us see how we can solve this issue. So to get to this point, you have to first create one cluster. So I already created in my account, Amazon account. So I have already created one cluster here and one EC2 instance here. So you can see my screen here. My instance, one instance is here, it is running. Running. So this is my EC2 instance, and this instance I have connected with my Git Bash. So this is the instance, and after connecting the instance, I hope you know the process how to connect it. If you don't know, you can comment it down. I will make the video for that also. So after creating the instance, I have to create one cluster. So I already created. It will take around 5 to 10 minutes to create a cluster. To make the status active, it will take 5 to 10 minutes. So I already created this. So after creating the cluster, you can give any name of your cluster. So after creating the cluster, you have to go to this section, like this is compute section. Inside that compute section, you have to create node group. So I hope you know the concept of node group. If you don't know, comment down below. I will explain that what is node group inside a cluster. So I already created one node group. You can create using this add node group button, and you can give the policies and you can create the node group. So I already did that. So next thing is like why it is showing the unauthorized. We already created the cluster, we have instance, but why it is showing unauthorized? So we have IAM roles in AWS. So inside IAM roles there are things like users and roles. So roles, it is required when we create the node group and cluster. So these are the roles I have. So these are the things it is required during the creation of cluster and node group. But the main thing is like when we want to access anything, so we have to be authorized user for that. So when you try to access anything in your AWS, so you have to be authorized user. So how this user which we have created here, this user should be authorized to get the access of this cluster. So let us see how we can do that. So to do that, first we have to click here in your cluster. In every page of AWS, you can see here one small button here. It is called Cloud Shell. After the search bar, here you just click here. You can open in it in new tab. So after clicking that, it will open a AWS CLI. So it will show the pop-up like this. Just close this pop-up. So you have to come here, and after that, when you come here, you can get the cluster here. If you type kubectl get svc, you can easily get the cluster. Your any cluster you have created, you can get it here, but it is not, we are unable to get it in Git Bash. So how to get that? So to get that, you have to perform one command. So this is one link I will share in description below. So you have to type this command in that Cloud Shell and just copy that command and paste it here. So this is a kube system edit config map. So to give the authorization to that user, we edit this config map. So let us do this. So after giving that command, just press enter. it will give these things. So this will be shown. So you have to press I. So after pressing I, you can see insert mode. It is in insert mode now. So after going to insert mode, you go to this kind. Just above kind, we have to paste some code to give the access. So yeah, so we are in exactly in kind. So press enter here. It will create one space here. So again go to that website and just copy paste this thing, this map user thing. The map role is already mapped with the cluster, but user is not mapped. That's why it is showing unauthorized. So after copying this thing, just go to there and paste it. So before pasting, it is showing like it is from external source. So are you sure? So yeah, it is not that like unethical thing, malicious. So before pasting, we have to change this thing. This should be according to our user. So this ARN should be your user's ARN. So how we get that? You just go to your IAM, and inside that IAM go to users, and after going to users, you it will show the number of users. So which user you want to give access to that cluster, click on that user, and after clicking that you will see like ARN here. So just click it here. It will copy the ARN number, and again go to cloud cell and just copy paste that ARN onto that. So I just copy pasted, and again we have to give this username here below. So paste it again. So after giving everything, just click on paste. So it will paste the code here. So after pasting, we have to keep in mind that this should be in correct indentation. So make it a correct indentation. So let us do it. So first we have to correctly indent that first line. Map user is correct. The below line is user ARN. So make it as equal as groups. This thing, this groups, and this user ARN should be in same indentation. After that you have to make that username also in same line. Yeah, it is now same line. And after that you have to make the groups also. So let us do it. Okay, yeah, now it's correct. Now this should be also, yeah, it's correct now. After making it correctly, indentation is correct, then like press Ctrl C, and after pressing Ctrl C, press shift and colon and WQ and exclamation and press enter. It will save the code what we have given. So after editing this, it will like showing like auth is edited. So after doing this, just go to your Git Bash and try the same command again. Yeah, so let's connect to our EC2 again. After connecting, let's give the same command to this EC2 to access the cluster. So you can can't directly access the cluster. You have to first configure that cluster first. So you can give like AWS configure, and you have to give your access key and the secret key and your region name and your output format into this EC2. So where you get that all these things? So you can get it from here. Go to your IAM, go to your users, and go to your security credentials, and after that go below, and here you can see the access keys. So I have already created 2 access keys, but if you want to create, just click it here, access key. Let me delete one. So I am using the DD1, I think. Yeah, I am using DD1, so I'm just deleting one. You can create at maximum 2 access key, so that's why it is showing like that. So before deleting, you have to deactivate it, and you have to copy paste this. Yeah, one access key deleted, so I can create one to show you only. I am creating new one. So just create, click on create access key, select command line interface, and click on I understand, then click next, then click create access key. It will create the access key here. You can see the access key at first time, and if you want to keep it safe, then just download this CSV file. It will be downloaded as XML file. Sorry, it's Excel file. So you can get this access key like this. So I already added that all the things, configure everything. So after giving access keys, you have to give one command here. That command is here it is. So I will put the link in the description. So in this link you have to go down in like configure your computer to communicate with your cluster. So here this command is important. So click on this copy link, copy command, and just copy this command and paste it here. And what is this command is about? So this command is like configuring our cluster with this with our EC2 instance. So here you have to, instead of my cluster, you have to give your cluster name. So my cluster name is like, let me check. So my cluster name is my cluster 1. So I have to give my cluster 1, and in this region code I have to give my region code. So you can check your region code in your cluster overview. So mine is AWS East 1. So after giving the two things, just press enter, it will configure. So I already added before, so it is showing updated. But if you are adding first time, then it will show like added. So after doing that, just check it is working or not, the authorized authentication is added or not. So let's type kubectl get SBC. So SBC is for service, if you know, and kubectl is nothing but the Kubernetes control. So now it is not showing unauthorized like before, like before we are getting unauthorized, but now it is showing the service with cluster IP and port number. So like this you can give access to your user to your cluster. So this is all about the video. I hope you like the video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. I will make a video about that. So thank you everyone.